Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. They move the tight end all over. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll be brought down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quick release by the QB. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The option look. He'll toss it. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Give to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. On the move. No, he just flat ran over him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive in the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Makes the catch and knocked down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Westbrook. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
The fair catch called for and made. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. The back goes in motion. Wants to go up top. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. Can he get to the marker? And he could have gotten the 1st down, but he just scooted out of bounds, and he will be short, and it'll be a turnover. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that 1st drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Better find in the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
It's complete to the left. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll go to the ground. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets open down the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Coming after it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. and it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Michigan 7, Oregon 0.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. He finds his man. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Quickly to the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Finds his man, they convert. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Third and goal from way back there. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. It's complete on the right side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 21.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. You'll be brought down quickly. That's always the risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Off the play fake on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. Fires to the tight end. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Grabs it in the middle. Keeps the legs moving. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Smashes through the tackle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Lets it fly. What a job to lay out and make the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the back. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 17, Oregon 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Open space at the 25. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, how about the offense? balance, man. You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Spin, still running. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator, you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
He's got an open man, and he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Quarterback checking off.
First down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Okay, ready?
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Acorn. Out, 55, weak. Go, go. Gorilla.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The Ducks are in the hurry up.
Third down coming up.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He fires one deep down the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Finds his man. It's Landry. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 28 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Finds his big tight end. On the move at the 30. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a... And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And after making the interception,